Alright, so hey, what's up guys, Surma11 here, and welcome to Naruto week. So this week I'll be talking about Naruto, like some of the best moments in Naruto, and I'll be reviewing the final chapters of Naruto. So for today's video, I was thinking about doing like my favorite fights in Naruto. So I mean, there's a lot of fights if you include Naruto Part 1 and Part 2. So I guess I'll just get started. And there isn't a list of all the fights in the series for some reason, but I'll try to see what I can find and just go over what I liked. So starting the list off, I liked Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura versus Kakashi, which was actually a pretty awesome fight. I remember like specific scenes, like when Sasuke was fighting Kakashi and he tried to hit him like 3 different times while he was like caught by Kakashi, which was cool. And you know, it was just trying to get a feel for their teamwork, which really wasn't that good back then. And I mean, I'm just kind of just talking like off the top of my head, so I don't really have any constructed criticism about that. It's just a cool fight. And let me see what else. I did like Kakashi versus Zabuza and Naruto and Sasuke versus Haku, but I didn't think it was like the best fight in Naruto. Kakashi versus Zabuza was pretty cool because, you know, we had Kakashi copying Zabuza's techniques, and I know I remember the scene where Kakashi was copying his water dragon technique as he was doing it. And what else? There was a part when the whole scene with Naruto and Sasuke doing the Shadow Shuriken, which was actually pretty cool. And yeah, moving on to the tuning exams, the tuning arc. Let's see. I guess the fight with Sakura and Team Guy fighting and Team 10 fighting the Sound Ninja was pretty awesome. I remember that fight lasting for a few episodes, and that's the whole part where Sakura cut her hair off to escape, and you know, her hair was kind of weighing her down in that fight and everything. But it was cool to see like different teams working together and everything. And then you had Sasuke come in there after like I believe him and Naruto are knocked out from their fight with Orochimaru, and then Sasuke is influenced by the curse mark, and that was pretty cool and everything. Let's see. The tuning exams definitely had some of the best fights in Naruto. Naruto versus Kiba, when we first got introduced to the Uzumaki barrage, which was inspired by Sasuke's Lion's barrage or something like that, which was inspired by Rock Lee's technique. But that fight was pretty cool. Naruto was kind of silly in the fight, but it was cool to see like Kiba doing his clone thing or whatever. Let's see what else. Gaara versus Lee is definitely one of the best fights in Naruto overall. That and, you know, Naruto versus Sasuke obviously, but Gaara versus Lee was a pretty awesome fight, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people still enjoy this fight compared to like current material and old material. I don't know, it was just cool. You know, we had Lee opening some of the gates, becoming extremely fast, almost beating Gaara, but he didn't beat Gaara because, you know, Sand Shield and all that. What else? I think that's it. And then Naruto versus Neji was cool. Shikamaru versus Temari and Gaara versus Sasuke were all great fights. I like the contrast between Naruto and Neji, how Naruto's chakra's red and Neji's chakra's blue. He's doing the rotation and all that, and then Naruto just ends the fight with an uppercut. Shikamaru is like, I guess you could almost say he's like the Batman of the Naruto universe, because Batman has like information on like all the superheroes in the Justice League and all that crap, and Shikamaru is able to, I guess, like from his fight, he can like know things about you. He can know how to defeat you and everything, and he's pretty smart. So that's cool. And then you have Gaara versus Sasuke, which I didn't love as much, but it was a pretty cool fight with the Chidori piercing Gaara's sand shield and kind of causing him to go insane and everything. And then you had Naruto versus Gaara, in his like tailed beast mode or whatever that's called. I don't believe that. I don't think that's the right term, but and then Naruto summoning Chief Toad and everything. Yeah. And then Naruto versus Sasuke on the hospital roof, which was pretty cool. You had Sasuke fighting all those clones and stuff, and then them about to collide, and Sakura's running in there to stop them, and then Kakashi just kind of throws them. Most of the fights in the Rescue Sasuke arc were actually pretty nice. Most of the characters had like new techniques and everything, like Choji with his wings. I don't know if Shikamaru showed any new techniques. Don't remember specifically. And I think Neji got defeated. Yeah, Neji got hit in this blind spot or something like that. Because I think it was like Neji, Kiba. No, it was Kiba. It was Kiba who needed help. It was Kiba, Lee, and Shikamaru who needed help. And Kimimaro was cool, his bone techniques and all that. And then Naruto versus Sasuke, which is definitely, between that and Lee versus Gaara, definitely my two favorite fights in all of Naruto. And what else did we have going on in that fight? The animation was pretty cool. There was a lot of different things going on in the fight. You had like Naruto with like flying clones and everything. A lot of different ninja techniques used in that fight, which I really enjoyed, and that's one of the fights that I've gone back and watched a lot. And moving on to Naruto Shippuden or Naruto Part 2, the whole Naruto and Sakura versus Kakashi could have been better. Wasn't really that good. Most of the fights in Naruto Shippuden, I don't know if I liked all of them. Naruto, Shikamaru, and Choji versus Sai that was cool, but there's really not that much to go on with that fight. And then you had Naruto, Yamato, Sakura, and Sai versus Orochimaru and Kabuto, which was cool because Naruto went 4 tails. And then Sasuke versus the new Team 7, which was awesome because Sasuke just comes down there. He comes down there and he's about to stab Naruto, and then I believe Sai gets in the way or something like that. Something happens with that. Asuma and Shikamaru versus Hidan was awesome. Shikamaru versus Hidan was also awesome. So like Asuma was killed basically by Hidan's technique, and then you had Shikamaru trying to get revenge, which was great, and then he ends up blowing up Hidan, but his head's still alive, and he's immortal and everything. And Team 10 versus and Kakashi versus Kakuzu, which was awesome. And then Naruto comes in there with his Rasen Shuriken, and basically it attacks someone. It attacks on like the particle level or like the atomic level, and that's how he won that fight. This list is actually outdated, so let's see. Sasuke versus Jugo was cool. I remember a cliffhanger in that episode because Jugo's just like constantly punching Sasuke, and Sasuke had to use his curse mark to stop Jugo. And yeah, let me see. Oh yeah, Sasuke versus Deidara. That was cool. I enjoyed that fight, and then Deidara blew himself up, and then Sasuke had to like go inside the mouth of a tailed beast to survive the explosion, which he almost died in that one. Sasuke versus Itachi was cool, and then Pain versus Jiraiya was awesome. Sasuke versus Itachi, Sasuke is using like these fire techniques into the clouds, and then he harnesses the power of lightning and he uses Kirin technique, which he hasn't used since, but that was a cool fight. There was a lot of genjutsu, and I remember the one scene where Itachi takes out Sasuke's eye and just like he just pulls it out of the socket, which was awesome. And then you have Sasuke screaming and everything. I like Jiraiya versus Pain, but I feel like Jiraiya could have survived that fight and lived on. But he did get information about Pain out and everything, and Naruto and his friends figured out what that meant. These aren't going in order. Let me see. Yeah, that's not in order, so I'll just move on to see if I can find something else. Because, let me see. What was the last arc? Because I can't find, like, specific fights. Let me think about this. You had, like, various people fighting the Pain bodies and everything. Kakashi and Choji fighting a Pain body, and then Kakashi kind of dies in that fight. You had Hinata trying to protect Naruto, and I don't know, it almost looked like she died in that fight, but she didn't die. Something bad happened to her though, because the screen went black. And then you got like Naruto watching her die and everything, and then Naruto versus Pain, which was one of the worst like fights in Naruto, like animation wise. It was terrible. Don't know what happened with that exactly, but let me see what's after the Pain arc. I'm gonna look up the list of arcs in Naruto, because if I know the arcs, I can pretty much figure out like what I'm talking about. Okay. And I wish they were in order, but they're not in order. 5 Kage Summit. I don't know if that was after the Pain stuff. Let me see. Just give me a second. Kakashi Gaiden, of course. Konoha History. Yep. Shinobi World War arc. Yep. Ten Tails Revival. And I think that's it. I hope that's it. Okay. So, let's see. There's a final arc. 5 Kage Summit arc. Okay, yeah. The 5 Kage Summit arc is after the stuff with Pain, like Pain destroying the village, and then Killer Bee fighting Sasuke, which was cool. I really liked that fight. Thought that was cool how like Killer Bee killed Sasuke like 3 times. Like they were having a sword fight. He stabs Sasuke. Suigetsu has to help him. Jugo has to help him. He uses his lariat with his tailed beast cloak on, and he blows off Sasuke's chest. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Killer Bee, and I like that fight with him and Sasuke. Sasuke would have died if he didn't have his friends helping him, or his, I don't know, accomplices. And what was this 5 Kage Summit? You had Danzo and Sasuke fighting in this arc, but before you had like Sasuke breaking into the 5 Kage Summit, and I liked Sasuke versus the Raikage. He uses a Materasu to burn off the Raikage's arm. You had a little bit of Sasuke versus Gaara, which was cool. I would have preferred a full fight of that. And you had Sasuke like fighting the Kages and stuff. And then you had the supposed death of Kisame fused with Samihada, but he didn't actually die there because I believe he was inside of Samihada, and then B took Samihada with him. I think that's how it went. Sasuke versus Danzo was alright. I don't remember that being too amazing. You had a little bit of Naruto versus Sasuke, and yeah, Tsunade getting out of her coma. I don't know exactly where the Kakashi Gaiden story like fitted in with the story. And is that a word? I think that's a word. And this is a side story, but it's like actually super relevant to the series, which doesn't make any sense to like why it's a side story, but has to do with Kakashi and Obito and Rin and Minato, and basically what happened to Obito, who was like very important to the series. And let's see, I don't know if there weren't like major fights in this but I liked seeing these characters fight, and I think like Obito's death in this was kind of sad, you know, just being crushed by boulders when he tried to save his friend, and he gave Kakashi his eye as a present. Pretty dark sort of arc and everything, or side story, and I enjoyed it, so that was cool. And let's see, what's this? The Konoha history arc. Okay, that's filler. We don't like filler. And there's the Shinobi War and the Ten Tails revival and the final arc. So with the war starting off, I skipped I guess the arc like right before the war starts with there's a part where my guy is fighting Kisame, and Kisame commits suicide basically, and it was interesting because we got to learn more about his character. And how long have I been talking? It doesn't say. Whatever. And let's see, I thought the first few fights in the war were actually pretty good. I think this is where I started to get back into I think this is where I started reading the manga. I'm not too sure like where I got into the war, but I thought this was cool. You had oh yeah. You had Sasori versus Sakura, which was a cool fight. It wasn't completely amazing, but it was good in some aspects. And yeah, that's like way early in Shippuden, but I thought the war started off pretty well, and then it just kind of went downhill. I think it's because, you know, like the characters can come back to life and everything. I think that was kind of stupid because like basically they can't be killed, and you know it allows them to do some cool things, but it also kind of makes it difficult, and the fights just weren't that well written in this part. I know you have to write a lot of fights for a war, but it just wasn't done that well. And then the Seven Swordsmen, which that's filler. I don't know. These were like like fights all over the place. Like you had Daruri. How do you say that? Daruri? I don't know. I haven't seen this character in a while in the series, but he was fighting the Gold and Silver Brothers, and you had other people there. I believe Tintin was there, or she was like at the aftermath of that fight. I think this is filler. Is this filler? I don't know. No. Okay. And then you have like Toby. I believe it's Toby that's summoning the Ghetto Mazo. And then I thought the whole thing with Tsunade and the Raikage getting in Naruto's way and Killer Bee's way, because you know they're not supposed to be in the war, because the main point of the war was to get them. I thought that was pretty cool. But Tsunade gets in his way. No, Tsunade like puts her faith in Naruto, and plus, I mean, Naruto's fast, so he kind of got. I think he got past them anyway, or he would have gotten past them anyway. And then you had Kakashi's like, Master, and all that. The Six Paths of Pain. I think that's filler too. I don't know if the Jinchurikis were brought back in the manga. I don't know about that. I think that's filler. I'm not too sure, but I think that's filler. Nagato and Itachi breaking his seal, the Kage's coming back to life, which was dumb. I thought the Raikage versus Naruto was cool in the manga, not as much in the anime. And Sasuke has EMS. Madara comes back. Kabuto brings Madara back, which I thought was awesome, because Madara just came in there and just started wrecking people, and that scene looks really good in the anime, so you should probably check that out if you haven't seen that fight. And then he's bringing down meteorites, which was awesome. And then the 5 Kages come back and they fight Madara, which wasn't that cool. I think it was extended in the anime and it just didn't look that good. Like no, the Jinchurikis were brought back in the manga, I'm sorry. And you had them fighting Kakashi and Guy and Naruto. I remember Sasuke was teased to like come back, and then he didn't come back for like such a long time in the manga, not the anime. This is such a long arc. Sasuke sees Itachi, he starts to follow Itachi, and you get Sasuke and Itachi versus Kabuto, which I liked in the manga. I didn't like as much in the anime because it's a very confusing fight, just because of the technique that's used in the fight. But basically, Kabuto was stuck in an endless loop, and you would have to accept your fate to escape the loop. But it was still such a confusing jutsu. And you had Sasuke. I think it was like a reverse summoning or something to bring Orochimaru out of Kabuto. Let me see if I can find that. No, can't find it yet. Let's see. Yeah, guys, I'm just going through the wiki at this point because can't really find all the information about the fights in Naruto, but yeah. Moving on to the Ten Tails revival arc, you have Obito kind of just going on with the plan and summoning the Ten Tails anyway, summoning Ten Tails early, Sasuke reviving Orochimaru from Kabuto. I don't know if it was because of Anko's it was because of Anko's curse mark, and then they used that to summon Orochimaru. Yeah, because Obito already had a piece of the Eight Tails, which he got from Sasuke, and then he had some of the Nine Tails chakras from the Gold and Silver brothers. And you have Naruto and Obito fighting, which was cool, and I liked when they kind of figured out his technique, and then it's like Kamui, and Naruto finally breaks Obito's mask. And he's like, "Who are you?" I think that was how it was in the manga. It was better in the manga than the anime, because in the anime they did this like before the opening, like it was an entire chapter. Or at least that was what King Lightning said, and people just kind of flipped out. It's like, "Oh, it's Obito! I knew it! Oh no, I overthought it!" And you had that going on. 5 Kages got defeated by Madara, and then Madara comes to Obito's side. We get a little bit of Obito's backstory and Obito fighting all those shinobi, and he's just like covered in a pool of blood, and like the tree like has the bodies of the shinobi in there, and there's just like blood everywhere. I thought that was a great chapter of Naruto. I didn't really pay as much attention in the anime. A little bit of Naruto versus Madara, a little bit of Obito versus Kakashi, which was extended in the anime, but it was a pretty cool fight. I don't know what's up with the animation in Naruto. It's very linear. I don't know if that's the proper term, but like it looks like lines. It doesn't look detailed. And then like the animation that looks like lines, people say that that's the good animation. I don't get that. And then you have the Ten Tails coming back to life and like killing Shikamaru, Ino. I'm not sure if Choji's dad was there too, but doing that, which was cool. And then you have Neji dying from Obito's like splinters and everything. Ten Tails taking on different forms and like doing the whole storm thing, which I liked. And let's see, Sasuke coming back to Konoha, reviving the Hokages, which I liked. And then you had the whole thing where Tobirama's acting like he's about to fight Sasuke, which I thought would have been awesome. And then we get like the backstory of Madara and stuff, which is extended in the anime and too long. But Madara and Hashirama and like them fighting as they got older and stuff, which I thought was that was a pretty cool fight. Like what was it, like taking a piece of the Susanoo and putting it in like a tailed beast bomb and sending it, and it kind of like represented them like throwing the stone across like they used to do when they were kids. Let's see. Obito, he used Genjutsu to show the hole to Kakashi, which I liked. I didn't know it was Genjutsu. And then you had Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura coming back together as Team 7. You know, they all do a triple summoning, which was awesome. And you know, it's like, oh, the Sanin, the new Sanin and everything. So yeah, the Obito versus Kakashi, Obito becoming the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, and I thought that was cool. You know, you had Tobirama teleporting Naruto, and he's just doing Rasengan. He did a Rasengan on in Sage mode on Obito, which was awesome. And then Naruto and Sasuke doing their Rasen, what was it, like the Rasen Shuriken and then the Matarasu, or like, yeah, I think that's what it was. Let's see. Five Kages are back again. Naruto and Sasuke combining their Tail Beast mode. Naruto's combining his Tail Beast mode with Susanoo, and I think that's where the anime is right now, or around that. And then you had them playing like tug of war to pull like the Tail Beast out of Obito, which was nice. Let's see. Madara comes back to life. And this is where things get real, because he just starts taking people out. He's all over the place. He kills Sasuke and he kills Naruto, or puts them like very close to death, which I liked. Madara has a Rinnegan. Yeah, so Kurama gets pulled out of Naruto, and then Sasuke gets stabbed, and they're on the verge of death. And I like that. And then I liked when Madara becomes the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, and then Might Guy, or whatever, what is it? Yeah, Might Guy. He steps up, and then he fights Madara, and then he opens up all the gates, and he's like on fire, and he's just like, he almost killed Madara. I think like more than once he almost killed Madara, which I thought was great. That was an awesome fight. I can't wait to see that animated, and I definitely thought that was like one of my favorite fights in Naruto. I hope it's as good as it was in the manga and the anime. And then you have Naruto and Sasuke learning the story about Ashura and Indra, gaining new powers and everything. And then they take out Madara, and Madara kind of just like blows up, and Kaguya comes out of Madara. And Kaguya versus Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi was kind of bad, and it was kind of rushed, which I didn't really like that much. But I like the part when, in the end, when like Naruto and Sasuke touch her, and then Sakura's punching her, and then Kakashi, I think he's just like falling from his Susanoo that he got from Obito, and he's just like, I love you. And I thought that was okay. It's kind of weird, but it wasn't too bad. And then you have the new Naruto versus Sasuke, which was cool. And I thought it didn't really make much sense how Obito died. I hope it's better in the anime, like how they did with Neji's death. Even though it felt completely random, in the anime you could see that the splinters were coming at extremely fast speed. So even if Neji probably did like rotation, probably wouldn't have like protected him. And kind of the same with Obito. Obito doesn't really have that much energy, so he's using Kamui on the bone that Kaguya shot at Kakashi, and then the one's gonna hit him. And I believe like they were in the gravity room at that time, the gravity dimension that she had. But yeah, I was talking about Naruto versus Sasuke, the final fight in Naruto, which I thought was pretty awesome. Sasuke is just like, you know, he's just like suddenly evil. He takes all the tail beasts and puts them in like these balls with his Rinnegan. Yeah, Naruto and Sasuke fighting. Are they putting fan art on here, or were there color pages that week? Because there's like colored stuff on here, and I'm just like, the anime hasn't gotten to this point yet. Yeah, these are fan colored. But one thing about this fight was that they didn't really do that much hand-to-hand combat. They didn't really build up to that. They kind of just started. They didn't build up to the big stuff. They just kind of started with the big stuff, which it was weird the way it was done. And then Sasuke did some weird technique where there's like a lightning body or something inside his Susanoo. But I liked his new technique, Indra's Arrow. And then I liked how Naruto had like the twin Rasengans, and I didn't notice it, but he had like like a Kurama with like 3 heads, so like Cerberus or something. And then you had Naruto and Sasuke colliding, but yeah, there was hand-to-hand combat. This was just like last week, wasn't it? Naruto bringing back the what was it, the Uzumaki barrage and everything. A lot of just like brutal fights. Like Sasuke is about to kick Naruto, and almost like he's about to kick him in the face. It was just brutal, and I like that. And you had them colliding. I like the color contrast with the Amaterasu and stuff. And then, you know, the end result is them losing their arms. So yeah, I think those are going to be like all the fights in Naruto. I don't know if there are going to be any more fights in Naruto, but you know, those are some of my favorite fights. I'm talking about like some of the cool fights and everything, kind of just going over some of the stuff towards the end. And I hope that I'll like put out more videos, and hopefully they're more constructed. But you know, if you like Naruto, I hope you like this video. So I'll see you guys later. Peace, and I'll catch you guys later for like more of Naruto.